These are the saddest moments in football history. Heartbreaks, tears, and heroes that no fan will ever forget. Starting with a moment that left fans in tears. Before that, like and subscribe if you're a fan of football. At first, it seemed like just another 50-50 challenge. But seconds later, Lisandro Martínez was down, clutching his foot in pain, his face buried in his hands. What happened next silenced the stadium. It wasn't his own teammates who reached him first, but Sevilla's Marcos Acuña and Gonzalo Montiel, his rivals that night, but brothers through the Argentine shirt. They lifted him gently and carried him off like family, not opponents. As he left the pitch, both sets of fans rose together in applause, because in that moment, rivalry meant nothing. It was pure respect for a warrior. Next up, a routine collision. That's all it seemed like at first glance. Two players clashing for the ball in an Austrian Bundesliga match. But within moments, George Teigl lay motionless on the ground, unconscious, his airway dangerously blocked. While others froze in shock, one man didn't hesitate. Luka Lochoshvili, his own opponent, sprinted straight to his side. With quick thinking and steady hands, he cleared Teigl's airway, fighting against the clock to keep him breathing. It wasn't about the match anymore. It wasn't about winning. It was about saving a life. That single act of instinct and courage turned Lochoshvili into more than a footballer that day. He became a hero, earning respect from players, fans, and the entire footballing world. It was supposed to be a simple friendly, a warm-up before the big stage. But for Neymar, it turned into a nightmare. During the match against Qatar in June 2019, he went down clutching his ankle, his face twisted in agony. Medical staff rushed in, helping him off the field as the pain became too much to hide. Moments later, cameras caught what no fan wanted to see. Neymar sitting on the bench, tears streaming down his face, not just from physical pain, but from heartbreak. The diagnosis confirmed his worst fear, a ruptured ankle ligament, ruling him out of the Copa América, a tournament on home soil, one he had dreamed of lifting for his country. July 3rd, 2025, a date football will never forget. Just 11 days after marrying his longtime partner, Ruth Cardoso, Diogo Jota's life was tragically cut short in a car crash in Spain, alongside his brother Andre. Two lives gone in an instant, leaving behind a wife, children, and a football world in mourning. Tributes poured in from every corner of the game, but none more heartbreaking than his Liverpool teammates, who stood by him until his final moments were honored with pure emotion and love. Stadiums fell silent, grown men wept, and as the tributes continued, one moment kept replaying: his last goal. A strike that now carries a weight far heavier than any celebration ever could. On this day, football didn't just lose a player. It lost a son, a husband, a brother, and every fan around the world cried as one. Not every story in football ends in heartbreak. Some remind us why we fell in love with the game in the first place. Sadio Mane, a boy who once dreamed with nothing, returned to his homeland not as just a football star, but as a hero. In 2022, he received the inaugural Socrates Award for his incredible charity work.
Der Gewinner ist das erste und sogar das Award Sadio Mane.
Building schools and hospitals in his hometown of Bambali, Senegal. For his people, this wasn't just an award, it was proof that he never forgot where he came from. Fans wept tears of joy and pride, embracing him as more than a footballer, as a symbol of hope, generosity, and love for his homeland. In a world full of sad moments, Sadio Mane gave his people something priceless, a reason to believe in dreams again. March 2021. Raleigh Dobson had just played her final professional match, helping Melbourne City win 2-1. But the real moment came after the whistle. As she walked off the pitch, her partner, Matt Stonham, dropped to one knee and proposed. Behind the tears was a deeper story. Dobson had retired to stand beside Stonham as he battled brain cancer. Overwhelmed, she couldn't hold back her emotions, and neither could the fans. It wasn't just a proposal, it was love conquering hardship, right there on the pitch. October 2022. A tough guy finally broke down. Franck Ribéry, known for his grit and fearless style on the pitch, stood before fans for one last time, his eyes filled with tears he could no longer hold back. A chronic knee injury had done what no defender ever could: force him to walk away from the game he loved. The farewell ceremony, held before a match with Italian club Salernitana, turned into an emotional send-off for a career built on resilience and passion. Fans who had watched him fight through pain for years now watched him cry, not from defeat, but from love. Love for the game that shaped his life. It was a reminder that even the toughest hearts break when it's time to say goodbye. 2018 FIFA World Cup. Denmark's Nikolaj Jorgensen steps up to take a penalty, the weight of his nation on his shoulders. But Croatian goalkeeper Daniel Subasic reads him perfectly, denying the shot and sending Croatia one step closer to history. In an instant, Subasic became a national hero. But behind his heroics on the pitch was a story that touched the entire world. For over 10 years, Subasic had worn a shirt bearing the image of a fallen comrade, a tribute to a friend he lost, carried with him through every match, every triumph, every save. It wasn't just about football glory anymore. It was about loyalty, memory, and honoring a bond that death could never break. August 19, 2023. Inter Miami had just made history, defeating Nashville SC in a dramatic penalty shootout to win the club's first ever trophy, the League's Cup. But before the celebrations began, the biggest star in football did something that stole the moment. Lionel Messi, the newly appointed captain, walked over to DeAndre Yedlin, the man who had led the team long before Messi's arrival, and handed him the captain's armband. It wasn't about ego or spotlight. It was about respect. Messi called him forward, insisting they lift the trophy together, honoring Yedlin's leadership before the glory arrived. In a game often ruled by fame and stardom, Messi reminded the world what true greatness looks like: humility, gratitude, and respect for those who paved the way.